one of the better linebackers in the National Football League, man. This dude been hanging and banging. Excuse me, hanging and banging and rumbling of NBA sidelines for 8 years. He has retired, continuing the trend of a bunch of players retiring too soon. How do you guys feel about these players retiring soon? How do you feel about this CTE thing? Me personally, look, y'all know I'm not a true believer in the CTE thing. I do believe, again, like I play that at the beginning of every show. I play a health tip by Nathaniel Jordan, the Minister of Wellness. And I do believe nutrition plays a big part in CTE. We're eating all these processed foods. We have all these growth hormones and pesticides in our food, and it's not allowing our brains to develop fully. If you don't believe me, or if you think I'm sounding a little crazy, most of us have Netflix. Go to the Poison Pill and Game Changers, and you can see how the foods that we eat have a negative effect on the development of our brain. I believe that's more the problem than CTE. Now, am I stupid enough to believe if you slam your head against a hard substance on a regular basis, you won't have brain damage? I'm stupid, not that stupid. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh no, that's some bullshit, man. Come on, man. No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm stupid. I'm not that stupid. Slamming your head to the ground can have ill effects on you. But why isn't Joe Green, Mel Blount, and a lot of these other guys? You notice the first dude that we ever identified as having CTE was Pittsburgh's still a long time center, Mike Webster. Mike Webster was diagnosed with CTE years ago, but what was Mike Webster doing? Using performance-enhancing drugs, using things that altered his body, so of course it's gonna alter your mind. Now, Lister had shit on his gloves versus Ali in that first fight. He did that on purpose. Ali couldn't see in the right. No. What I'm saying is, RC, if he had won that first fight, I would consider him the winner, especially since me and you both know he had some on his thumb and then he won. That's what I'm saying. He did that versus Cleveland Williams too, but Ali recovered and proceeded to whoop his ass. Yeah, what I'm saying is, had he won that first fight and we could clearly see Ali was blind in that fight, I'm not honoring that type of cheat. Now, rabbit punches and clinching them and all this unnecessary gray line, gray area cheat, I respect that. If that's called gamesmanship in my world. But when you take a foreign substance and shove it in somebody's eye to keep them up off your ass, that's cheating. That's too much cheating. You don't think you can win at that point. You're not using ring savvy and experience. You're using a foreign substance to blind someone to keep their foot square out of your ass. I have another question. What is, we were just talking about cheating and Tom Brady not being in the top 10 anymore. What constitutes greatness in a quarterback? Shout out to Marcus Spears and my man Bart Scott. I'm going to tell y'all why in a second after I give him some love. We know mainstream media creates these media darlings and creates these situations to whereas, oh man, he the man, so they can build you up high and then knock you off that high ass perch. The reason I'm giving it up to Bart Scott and my man DeMarcus Spears is because they were trying to do that to the homie Patrick Mahomes this week. Montana Rifle Chief, unfounded, unsubstantiated statements. Beat it, Ron. Ron, you're gonna get your second one. Thanks for the participation. But
sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
But what constitutes greatness in a play? What are the contributions that you have to give to the game to be an all-time great? Is it stats? Is it impact on the game? Is it leadership? Is it championships? This championship, like if Michael Jordan didn't have 6 championships, would you look at him any different? If he was 4 for 4, 3 for 3, would you look at him any different? Would he be less dominant with 4 championships? I don't think so. Had he lost in the finals, would he be less Michael Jordan? I don't think so. So with that being said, I don't understand how immediately, because, and again, this ain't the shit on Tom Brady's show, but I don't understand how, he got 6 NFL championships. He the best ever. He got 2 games, the first and the last, in which he did not throw a touchdown. How you the best ever, and there's 2 of these games that you played in that you were literally carried to a championship? How you the greatest ever, and it's documented that your team has cheated to get championships? I don't get it. Because when I look at Joe Montana, I don't remember him having a bad Super Bowl. So with the type of thinking that y'all want to do to Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw was in a non-throwing era. He got 4 Super Bowl championships, league MVP, all-star game, and all that. So is he? Why isn't he in the greatest of all time? Why is it that when we talk about greatest of all time, we don't talk about the people that we're seeing right now? How you better than Johnny Unitas, Tom Brady, the innovator of the 2-minute drill? How you better than Warren Moon, who due to racism wasn't able to win a championship in the National Football League? How you better than that? Because you won championships. But what was your impact on the game? If they would have had a coach that was cheating, would they have won? Would Dan Fouts, if he had Bill Belichick as his coach, would he have won? If Warren Moon had Bill Belichick, would he have won? Warren Moon didn't get a real team around him until he was 37, 39 years old with the Minnesota Vikings. So, what constitutes this great thing? I don't get it, man. All-time great because he got 6 championships. He's the GOAT. But Dan Marino never had the talent around him. Why ain't he the GOAT? Donovan McNabb made it to 5 straight NFC championship games, only won 1. But he was throwing to James Thrash and Freddie Mitchell. How am I expected to win against that? Like everybody keeps saying, well, Brady ain't got no help. Well, a bunch of, who was Steve McNair's help? Who was Donovan McNabb's help? Who was Warren Moon's help? Who was Fred Barnett and Chris Carter? Chris Carter had a drug addiction. Fred Barnett blew out his knee twice. Where was Randall Cunningham's help? So championship shouldn't be the end-all, be-all. My point is, championship shouldn't be the end-all, be-all. Look, as Brady has some awesome games, yeah. But again, it goes back. We always have to say, but they may have been cheap. So if it's always a but, how you the greatest? Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time. There is no but. Mike Tyson was a bad motherfucker. There is no but. Michael Jordan was a bad motherfucker. He's the greatest of all time. There is no but. Kareem the greatest of all. There is no but. Joe Montana. There is no but. Tom Brady. But he had Joe Montana. How you pass somebody and you've been to the game 9 times. You lost twice. No, you lost 3 times, and you've had 2 bad games. The first and the third, you had a bad game. I say when them 2 Giants, you had 4 bad games. Because the 2 you lost with the Giants, you stunk. I just named McNabb, they both should be. And my man RC just said, you just named 2 quarterbacks who should be in the Hall of Fame, McNabb and McNair, and Cunningham. I totally agree. Because they did exactly what they commend Tom Brady for. They did more with less. They did more with less. Chris Carter mine one right. Fred Barnett blew out his knee. He's the reason that, actually, when they put the Cadabra, when he blew out his ACL and they gave him a cadaverous ACL, that's what improved the ACL surgery. Keith Jackson, you just bracket a tight end. Keith Byers wasn't a big-time running back. He was a gadget running back. He was more of a tight end playing running back. Randall Cunningham didn't have the talent to contend with the Washington Redskins, the New York Giants, the Chicago Bears, the San Francisco 49ers. He didn't have that. No one cares about field goals, Ron. Sorry. Field goal kickers are not football players. They are ladies dressed up as men so they can play in the National Football League. I'm just saying. But that's what I'm trying to figure out, man. What is the problem? You know, how do you get all of this nonsense? You know, how do you determine who's great? How do you determine who's great and what makes you great? Because it can't just be, I won more championships than you. Because if Michael Jordan would have won 3 championships, he'd still be Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson lost in the finals. Larry Bird lost in the finals. They still Bird and Magic. Bill Russell lost in the finals before y'all. He's still Bill Russell. So I'm just, I don't know, man. I can't go along with that. Since we talk about Brady, I have my foot firmly placed in his behind. Tom Brady, go your ass home, bro. It's time to go home, bro. It's over. Bro, you washed up now, man. You go to the Chargers. You go to the electric company. You go to Sesame Street. You go where the hell you want. You're not good anymore, bro. And y'all know how I feel about saying dudes need to retire. But when you're playing like Tom Brady's playing, when your numbers are rivaling Mitchell Trubisky and those types, bro, it's over, man. But hey, keep playing. Just don't bring your ass to Vegas or Chicago. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But go home, Tom. It's over, man. It looks like Phil Rivers is going to retire too. Thank God. Because, bruh, people talk about Jameis Winston turning the ball over. Phillip Rivers is Groundhog Day. I challenge anybody to look over any of the last 3 seasons, look at the San Diego and Los Angeles Chargers game. Every week, Phillip Rivers is down 4 with 80 yards to go, and he hits a wide open linebacker. He hits a wide open defender of some sort, DB, linebacker, or defensive lineman, or he hits a ref or something. He's not that guy. I heard my man DeMarcus Spears say, Phillip Rivers just got caught up in the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady era. No, Phillip Rivers got caught up in the Charles Woodson era, the Ty Law era, and anybody else catching football, the Darrelle Revis era, anybody catching footballs on the defensive side. He may be colorblind because he will hit a DB or a linebacker like you would not believe when it counts the most. That's just, hey, agree, disagree, I don't know, but I don't understand what's so awesome about Phillip Rivers. I'm a Raider fan, and I have never, when I used to watch Elway play, I used to hate. When Montana went to the Chiefs, I was hating. When Jim Kelly came to town, I hated. When Fouts came to town, I hated. When Phillip Rivers comes to town, and my team has been putrid, I always go, we got a shot. As a matter of fact, I can remember about 6 straight years when the Raiders only won 4 games, and 2 of them were against the Chargers every year. Phil Rivers, look, you are not impressive. I'm sorry. You're going to go to the Hall of Fame. You're going to probably get in before the guys that me and RC just mentioned, the McNabs, the McNairs, the Cunningham. But there's no, you know what? If Phil Rivers is a Hall of Famer, why the hell I keep hearing, like T.O. made a comment, even Donovan McNabb believes he's in the Hall of Fame. Help me understand how Phil Rivers is a Hall of Famer and Donovan McNabb is. That's not a Chicago bias. I just don't see it. Donovan McNabb played in the Super Bowl. Phil Rivers didn't. There wasn't no Derrick Jackson with Donovan McNabb. There was no Antonio Gates with Donovan McNabb. There was no LT with Donovan McNabb. If you gave Donovan McNabb those dudes, he'd have won the Super Bowl. Trust and believe. He pumped out in the Super Bowl, threw up on everybody, but I'm just saying. Speaking of which, Antonio Gates has officially retired. In 5 years, get your jacket size, get your size up, big up to him. And as I spoke about the Hall of Fame earlier, Mr. Southern University himself, Harold Carmichael, 7th round pick, the Eagles' all-time leader in catches and touchdowns and receiving, Harold Carmichael will be in the Pro Football Hall of